Hello friends, today we'll see multiple choice questions in posture. The first question is, let me just zoom it out. Bad posture can affect the functioning of, and the options are musculoskeletal system, respiratory system, neurological system, all of above. I think there was one comment in the past that I'm disclosing the answers too fast, so this time it's a bit little slow. So the right answer is all of above. True statement about the posture is a person has no control over posture. A person has control over posture. Next option, both of above, and the last option, that is D, none of above. I'm sure you thought about your answer. So here the right option is B, that is both of above. An awkward, prolonged posture that may cause headache due to trigger points in the muscles involved is forward head posture, rounded shoulders, shrug shoulders, all of above. And the right answer here is all of above. Technical term for the knot in a muscle that can cause pain is trigger point, trigger points, fibrosis, all of above. And the right answer is trigger point. Apparent attitude of body is known as posture, dynamic posture, bipedal posture, all of above. And the right answer is posture. Postural analysis can be done by means of observation, photography, videography, all of above. And the right answer is all of above. Postural analysis can be done by kyphometer, pelvic inclinometer, plumb line, all of above. And the right answer is all of above. Normal posture requires little muscular support, minimizes load on supporting muscles, minimizes load on supporting ligaments, all of above. And the right answer is all of above. Next question. Posture with increased lumbar lordosis is known as lordotic posture, kyphotic posture, flat back posture, none of above. And the right answer is lordotic posture. Posture with increased thoracic kyphosis is known as lordotic posture, kyphotic posture, flat back posture, and none of above. The right answer is kyphotic posture. Next question. Posture with decreased cervical lordosis, thoracic kyphosis, and lumbar lordosis is known as lordotic posture, kyphotic posture, flat back posture, none of above. The right answer is flat back posture. Posture with hyperextended hips is known as sway back posture, flat back posture, lordotic posture, kyphotic posture. And the right answer is sway back posture. Posture with normal or neutral curves in spine and extremities can be classified as good posture, bad posture, poor posture, that's a funny option, stupid posture. The right answer is good posture. Posture with increased or decreased curvatures or curves in spine and extremities can be classified as good posture, bad posture, poor posture, stupid posture. Obviously, bad posture. Question number 15. Posture characterized by hyperextension of upper cervical spine and hyperflexion of lower cervical spine is known as stoop posture, stupid posture, slouch posture, forward head posture. And the right answer is forward head posture. Rounded shoulder posture occurs due to heredity, shyness, wearing tight clothes, all of above. The right answer is all of above. Posture with lateral curvature of vertebral column is known as scoliosis, kyphosis, lordosis, all of above. And the right answer is scoliosis. Question number 18. Disadvantage of bipedal posture is increased cardiopulmonary work, increased axial stress, decreased stability, all of above. And the right answer is all of above. Next question. Disadvantage of bipedal posture is increased lower extremity stress, increased axial stress, decreased stability, all of above. Okay, options are different. So the answer is all of above. Next question. Spinal deformity measurement with Cobb angle is done in scoliosis, kyphosis, both of above, none of above. The right answer is both of above. A person is said to have hyperkyphosis deformity when the angle of kyphosis measured is more than 25 degree, 40 degree, 50 degree, 75 degree. The right answer is 50 degree. Hyperkyphosis is caused due to vertebral fractures, degenerative changes in spine, decreased muscle strength, all of above. And the right answer is all of above. Thoracic kyphosis measurement can be done with goniometer, De Bruner kyphometer, acrometer, all of above. The right answer is all of above. Thoracic kyphosis measurement can be done with inclinometer, spinal mouse, flexicurve, all of above. And the right answer is all of above. Thoracic hyperkyphosis can be assessed by means of OWD, occiput to wall distance, block method, De Bruner kyphometer, all of above. And the right answer is all of above. With each compression fracture of thoracic vertebra, thoracic kyphosis angle may increase by 3.8 degree, 5 degree, 7 degree, 0 degree. This is an interesting question, and the answer is 3.8 degree. I think this is getting repeated. Cobb angle measurement is used to assess scoliosis, kyphosis, and both of above, none of above. The right answer is both of above. So we'll stop here. Thanks for watching. I hope this is useful to you.